Hello everyone, Mariah here. Welcome to our 21-day yoga challenge. I look forward to the next 21 days with you, and I hope that you're having a great day so far. Let's do some yoga together. So close the eyes. And as we begin today, drop the shoulders down the back. You come into this nice simple seated pose and take the palms of the hands and place them onto your knees. Gently pressing the fingers into your knees as you lift the heart, drop the shoulders. Locating the breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Becoming mindful of your breath. And throughout the next 21 days, we'll learn that the breath is the link between the mind and the body. Deeply inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Turn the palms now to face the ceiling. Continue to drop the shoulders down the back. We'll settle into the quiet of this moment, to the quiet of the beginning of our yoga practice. You shake off the day's events, or perhaps soften the mind so that you can enter into the day with more clarity. Soften the very center of your palms. The fingers relax. As the sit bones root down into the floor and the crown of the head reaches up for the ceiling. Long, strong spine. Visualizing the breath as it moves through the body. And this visualization comes from your mind, so linking the mind and the body with the breath, weaving the mind and the body together with the breath. Continuing to settle those shoulders down the back. Bring the palms of the hands together in front of your heart, returning to your natural rhythm of breath. And in this moment, set an intention for your practice. So what this intention does is it brings meaning to the movement, to the breath, to the space in between. So perhaps your intention today is to practice with compassion. compassion for your body, your mind. Your intention could be strength, mindfulness, love, peace. Anything you wish. Taking this intention with you into our practice today. And fluttering the eyes open into the room. So you can see your screen now. Go ahead, untie the legs. We'll come into table pose. So table pose, the wrist, the elbow, and the shoulder in line, the hips and the knees in line. Tuck the chin, lift the spine up towards the sky. This is cat pose. Draw the navel back towards the spine. Untuck the tail, gaze up towards the ceiling. Drop the belly, drop the ribs. Cow pose. And now moving back and forth in between these two poses, just to begin to wake up the body, to feel the movement of the spine. Closing the eyes as you move through these two postures. And now opening the eyes, setting the gaze towards the front of your mat. Tuck the toes wide as your mat, and press back into downward facing dog. So from downward facing dog, sink the heart back towards the thighs, turn the toes toward one another and the heels out. Ears in between the biceps here. Come to the tips of the toes, and drop the hip points down towards the floor. Gaze up towards the ceiling, upward facing dog. Drop the knees, cross the toes back behind you. Child's pose. Reach forward, gaze forward. Round the back. Roll forward, tuck the toes, and press back again, wide-legged downward facing dog. Come to the tips of the toes, drop the hip points down towards the floor, gaze up towards the ceiling. Drop the knees, cross the toes, and settle back. Reach forward. One more time, inhale, round the back of the heart, up towards the sky. Tuck the toes, press back, wide-legged downward facing dog. Tip toes, hips down, gaze up dog. And child's pose. Gaze up towards the front of your mat. Now round the back, roll the fingertips or slide the fingertips towards your knees. Come onto the tips of the fingers, square the knees with the hip points, and round the back a lot. So you feel this movement in the back of the heart. And now walk the hands back, table pose. Resituate yourself, wrist, elbow, shoulder in line. Now extend the right fingertips and the left foot. So you find yourself in a balanced posture here, reaching a lot. Take the navel back towards the spine. Gaze is down at the floor, so the neck is long, crown of the head moving towards the front of your mat. And back to center. Find the opposite extension, left hand, right foot. Take your hand back. Make sure that your sit bones are flat with one another, even with one another. And breathe. Awesome. Back to center. Tuck the toes. Find downward facing dog. Just feet just about hip point distance apart. Ears in between the biceps. Now roll forward into the plank. Top of a push-up. Everyone, drop the knees, unless you know your practice, drop the knees if you're just beginning, and drop the heart down towards the floor, elbows directly back. Chaturanga, press into upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Extend the left leg back behind you, bring that left foot in between the thumbs. Drop the right knee so you're in low lunge and reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And exhale, release the hands. Lift the back knee, step back to plank. Stay off the knees or drop the knees, your choice. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. And this time, child's pose. Sink back, close the eyes, drop the forehead down towards the floor. Take a breath. And now, just like we did before, snuggle the knees a little closer together this time. And inhale, slide the fingertips towards the knees, round the back, tuck the chin a lot. Create space in between the back, the shoulder blades and the back of the body. And now square yourself again. Table pose. Tuck the toes, down dog. Come to the tips of the toes, extend the right leg back behind you, and bring that right foot forward. High lunge to low lunge. So you drop that back foot. As you're ready, drop that back knee and fingertips to sky. Strong front leg, strong arms, strong shoulders. Navel back towards the spine. Hands come down to the floor. Lift that back knee and step back to plank. Chaturanga, drop directly down. Dive under the wave, upward facing dog. And this time, downward facing dog. And walk the hands back to the back of your mat. Let the head hang, shake the head, no. And yes, close the eyes here for a moment. And now bend the knees and reach the fingertips ever so slowly towards the front of the mat. So the arms coming out directly from the shoulders. Shoulders, elbow, wrist. So sit deep here. And now begin to reach the hands somewhere in between this center point towards the sky. Powerful squat. Chair pose. And fold. Walk the hands forward again into plank pose and drop the knees. Cross the ankles across one another. Some of you will choose to do this off of your knees, others on the knees. We're going to come into chaturanga push-ups. Coming directly down and back up. Elbows hug in towards the body. Big difference, not this. This. And one more. Good. Tuck the toes, spread the knees, and sit back, child's pose. Bring the hands back by your feet. Soften the arms, the shoulders. You can come to one side of the face or the other. Forehead is also an option. And find the breath. Tuck the chin, roll up, and come into a seated position at the center of your mat. So from here, we're going to move into boat pose. So from this place, take your hands back behind your knees and extend the soles of the feet towards the front of your mat. Hug the thighs in towards your chest for a moment. Find the security, the strength there. And now take the heels a little further away from the body. Keep the hands back behind your knees, even if you've practiced this 1,000 times. See about opening your heart, dropping the shoulders down the back. And now one hand and the other. Extend them towards your fingers, or your fingertips towards your toes, rather. Good. Take the toes towards the shins. So you feel this action, and draw the navel back towards the spine, like you're sucking in your breath. And breathe. Fingertips high, heels high, and fold. Reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Drop the hands back. Fingertips point towards your butt. Soles of the feet come to the floor and lift. Drop the head back behind you. So you feel the stretch in the front part of your shoulder. This is reverse table. Butt comes back down to the floor. Reach the fingertips forward. Boat pose, Savasana. Toes turn towards the shins. Good. Fully extend and fold forward. One more time. Inhale. Arms come up, reach, 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 reach. Roll those shoulders back. Hands come down to the floor. Soles of the feet to the floor and lift. Lift a little higher. Lengthen the neck a little bit more. So notice the sag here, here. Press the belly out. You want to draw the belly back in. Find your core body. Our tendency is to press the belly away from us. Protect the internal organs by drawing the belly back. Good. Butt comes down to the floor. Continue to draw that belly back and extend into Navasana boat pose. This is an awesome power pose for your central core power, your belly, your core muscles, your abdominals. Good. And reach, 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 reach. Draw the belly back and fold. Big breath and exhale. And exhale. Reach. This time, arms come down by your sides. Pause here for a moment. Palms at your thighs. Shoulders down the back. Closing the eyes. Noticing the rhythm of your heartbeat. The rhythm of your breath. Make your way into a position where you can see the screen more clearly. Palms together at your heart here. Take a big inhale. And exhale. Take the left hand back behind you, the right hand to the left knee and twist. Twist that belly. We've been drawing this belly back, so twisting the internal organs. And roll through center. Twisting. Shoulders down the back, and on an inhale you lift, and on an exhale you twist more, gazing back behind you. And release. Thank you so much for our moving practice, and now we will spend a couple of minutes in Savasana, so go ahead, lie flat on your mat. We'll come into this flat position. Make any adjustments that you need to make. Feet splay away from one another. Palms rest down by your sides. Shoulders down the back. And you soften the face. Soften the eyes beneath the eyelids. And return to that deep, mindful breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Softening the very center of your palms. relaxing just a little bit more. Softening the body a little bit more. Now take a deep, deep inhalation. Extend the arms up and over your head, reaching for the back of the mat, pointing the toes towards the front of the mat, taking a full body stretch here. Opening the eyes, rolling to your right side, and pressing up. So as you come into your final simple seated here during this session, I want to thank you very much for your interest, for taking time to show up on your mat, and for your support. Thank you. And